All plants naturally decompose, and this process of decomposition invariably requires oxygen. In the unique environments of peatlands and certain wetlands, the nature of decomposition is primarily governed by heterotrophic processes instead of the autotrophic processes we often think of in other ecosystems. Here, conditions are markedly different. With minimal oxygen, waterlogged environments, and the acidity that every rainfall contributes, vegetation such as peat moss undergoes fascinating transformations. It engages in ion exchange with the surrounding environment, releasing hydrogen ions into the water, modifying the ecosystem in unexpected ways. The rate of decomposition in these environments is extremely slow, influenced by a complex interplay of factors including temperature, the volume of water present, sunlight exposure, and the specific types of vegetation growing there, ranging from moss to rushes and various other types. It is indeed a delicate balance. However, if decomposition occurs too rapidly, it can lead to the unintended consequence of heightened CO2 production, a situation that we must be cautious to avoid. At Boleysillagh Farm, we are acutely aware of this delicate balance as we pursue our agroforestry project. Every organic biomass we introduce is chosen with care, with a purposeful intent to prevent any substance from undergoing rapid decomposition. For instance, rather than using wood chips that decompose quickly, we opt for tree branches, logs, and other forms of biomass that break down at a much slower rate. This conscious choice aids us in maintaining the ecological balance within our farm. The role of rainwater in this dynamic is significant. Rainwater not only replenishes the bog but can also contribute to its acidity because of the myriad microbes and chemical reactions that occur within it. When the water that has been influenced by the bog eventually makes its way into watercourses, streams, ponds, and rivers, the potential environmental damage it can cause to surrounding vegetation and wildlife, particularly aquatic life, is profound and cannot be overstated. Water companies that source from upland catchments for our consumption have to treat this water rigorously to ensure it is safe for our use. However, this treatment process does not eliminate the complexities introduced by the bog water. Compounds such as chlorine can mix with the naturally occurring contaminants, leading to various chemical reactions and the production of harmful byproducts such as methane gas. For us at Boleysillagh Farm, managing the quantity of water in the bog presents a significant challenge. It is particularly critical if the bog relies solely on rainwater. We must carefully consider how much of that rainwater can be retained to prevent leaching. Retaining too little water is problematic, especially in the sweltering summer months, when surface water levels can diminish by 3 to 6 inches. This drop exposes the top layer to oxidation, a process that, once begun, cannot be reversed. Conversely, retaining too much water can lead to issues of its own. Waterlogging becomes problematic when vegetation struggles to thrive. The anaerobic conditions that arise in oversaturated bogs result in methane being produced, a gas that poses a much greater threat than CO2. With bogs that are severely waterlogged, the necessary oxygen for aerobic reactions becomes scarce, leading to a shift toward anaerobic reactions that can exacerbate the issue. In winter months, when temperatures are cooler, waterlogging does not seem to pose as significant a threat. However, during the warmer spring and summer months, the risk escalates significantly. The danger presented by drying conditions can lead to hot bogs, which are more susceptible to fires, and the fluctuation in rainfall can be dramatic. Here at Boleysillagh Farm, we experience stretches of time in the summer without any rain. This variability makes it exceedingly difficult to determine the ideal water level in the bog. Academic research suggests that water levels should ideally remain within 1 inch of the surface at all times. This is a challenging target to meet. Our agroforestry approach further complicates these water management strategies. The introduction of trees, particularly fruit and nut trees, means that we have to consider their water and nutrient requirements. Certain species, like alder, require significant water resources and essential minerals such as magnesium and calcium for their growth. Yet, many rain-fed blanket bogs tend to be deficient in these vital nutrients. Peat moss interacts with the environment by converting these necessary minerals into hydrogen ions, contributing to the acidity of the bog. This acidification further inhibits the uptake of these nutrients by most plants, which is critical for their growth and photosynthesis. Interestingly, some plants, such as Vaccinium corymbosum, the blueberry variety known as Chandler, thrive on very minimal amounts of magnesium and calcium. However, other species, such as Malus domestica, the apple variety known as widow's friend, require a carefully regulated balance of both nutrients to flourish. For us, the solution seems to lie in maintaining the bog in a continually waterlogged state, as close to the surface as possible. This way, any variations in seasonal temperature and fluctuations in the water table can be buffered, ideally allowing for the restoration of the bog while sustaining the trees simultaneously. To prevent the bogs from becoming hot, we ensure that no bare surfaces remain exposed to the elements. We leave all existing vegetation intact. This holistic approach is indeed a challenge, and the results of our efforts are not yet fully realized. Currently, we are in the data collection and analysis phase, experimenting with various practical solutions. Ultimately, we understand that only time will reveal the effectiveness of our methods and our capacity for sustainable agroforestry practices in this unique environment.